Don't worry, because he was just sitting here. I just came here. Sitting here.
Mind my business. I'm afraid break guys stop. Don't say you can bring up on me.
That's all right.
The people that's fighting just walk away? Are you serious? I didn't do nothing. Where did I go? Before that. I have my ID on it. Take you nothing what? I didn't sell anything. I did nothing. We sitting here the whole time, minding our business. What are you talking about? Who else you do what? Who else I cigarette to? To whom?
Not that rich. There's another guy.
Easy way or hard way for what? Every time you see me, you want to mess with me. I'm tired of it. It stops today.
This guy right here is forcibly trying to lock somebody up for breaking up a fight.
Everybody standing here, they told you I didn't do nothing. I did not sell nothing. Because every time you see me, you want to harass me, you want to stop me, try to sell cigarettes. I'm minding my business, officer.
Hey, what up, everybody? This Snowman checking in with FHO. You know I fucks with FHO to the fullest.
I'm minding my business. Please just leave me alone. I told you the last time. Please just leave me alone. Please, don't touch me. Hold on. Don't touch me, please. Do not touch me. Damn, man.
Stop. Give your hands, buddy.
Where your hand, buddy? I can't breathe.
Once again, police beating up on people.
Back up.
Right here.
Back up and get on that step.
Okay.
Back up.
All he did was break up a fight. And this is what happens for breaking up a fight. This crazy.
Everybody back up, back up.
Can't breathe. Look, now, man, they gave this man a seizure.
The case, when they take these tests and they do this training for officers, if they feel that way, they don't have some type of screening or they don't, you know.
So you're saying the trainer should teach them how to deal with the black man or with the.
Well, you probably can't. It's got to be something that they need to put in place. Or, for example, okay, if you know this is a black neighborhood and this and that, why you ain't got a white cop and a black cop on the beat together?
So
why you gonna put all white cops in this neighborhood and then black cops here and then there? If that's the case, make it equal. Put a white cop and a black cop together. That may help bring down some of the.
So what you're saying, Snow, is that because a white cop is out of his element, that he don't understand that we're not being violent or we're not being aggressive.
He not even understand our body language, how we carry ourselves. But at the same time, in New York, they just killed another guy a year ago. They shot him up, what, 30, 40 times?
Was that was in New York? That was in, they did shoot a guy up in New York. But the last one where they shot overkill was in Cleveland.
That's what I'm saying.
That was in Cleveland. They shot up a guy and a gal in a car. Over 100-something bullets were shot.
You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, what is a black man supposed to do? He say he don't want to go or whatever. If he's resisting, now if he's resisting arrest with violence,
then violence begets violence.
Okay, I can understand. But if he's not resisting without violence,
you got to understand. Okay, the bottom line was the man was resistant because they had to take him down to the ground.
Okay.
Okay, so the man was resisting. Now, the cop, they say that the man was choking him. I know for a fact, which, like they always say, I know for a fact that the man was not being choked because you can't talk while you're being choked.
But the man said, I can't breathe.
He can't say that when you're being choked.
Well, how he died then, Pop?
Because there was other complications that killed the man. I'm just telling you what I know for a fact. In other words, before they outlawed the doggone chokeholds, that's what our guys used to do. I used to use it myself. I know for a fact
Yeah, when you choking a nigga, he
Put
can't.
the
Yeah.
chokehold on somebody.
He can't.
They can't talk. You ain't gonna be able to say nothing. Usually, when they taught us how to use it, karate, and when you hit that karate and stuff, they go. It's over. They gone. But some people can't take that. They die.
Exactly.
That's why
From any kind of
right.
restriction.
That's why they outlawed it, and we outlawed it. It was outlawed in California a long time ago because everybody, just like the tasers, we brought in the tasers. Tasers is supposed to be one of the more humane ways of actually controlling somebody. Okay, some people can't take the taser. You taser. We all different. Everybody is the DNA. Their makeup is different. Some people can stand the stuff. Some people can't. When you get one that can't take it, he's out of there.
So, Dad, but what I got from you right now, real quick, was the fact that, again, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. Everybody has to be responsible for themselves. If he hadn't initiated the initial situation, then the end situation would have never even been an end situation. In other words, he was already doing illegal activity by selling cigarettes, which were illegal, which caused him to even come in contact with the police. Now, from that point forward, whatever happens is somewhat of a tragedy. But again,
no, it ain't no somewhat of a tragedy. It is a tragedy.
Okay.
Anytime somebody loses their life,
okay,
in a situation like that, because the man was unarmed,
Mm-hmm.
okay, it's a damn shame that the man ended up dying out of that situation. But you have to always take it back to the least common denominator, which started the whole thing. That happened with the Brown case. That happened with this particular case. That happened even with the young boy, the 12-year-old boy.
With the gun.
With the gun. They got shot.
They took the orange thing off.
They took the orange thing off the doggone thing. The boy was out there pointing the gun at people. Whether it's a real gun or not, whatever, the parents had no business with their child out there. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But Snowman brought up a point too, though, earlier when he was saying about the white boy that was.
The white boy was shooting at the police. They shot him in the leg. Why couldn't they shot the young boy in the leg? Or why didn't they even take the time out to determine what was going on before you jump out?
You say that they shot the boy in the leg.
He's shooting at the police.
No, I'm saying that the police, when they shot him in the leg, I guarantee you they wasn't shooting at the leg.
Oh, just because he white, he just got hit in the leg.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. He wasn't.
See, this is the bullshit.
Now, like I said, the bottom line is, though, these things happen, and we see them happening to us, and it's more sensitive to us because we're black.
Right.
Okay, but I'm telling you that this stuff happens all the time. Not all the time. These are aberrations. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's so many interactions. If you go down to Rockdale County Jail and see how many black
Been there, done that.
folks are sitting up there that's been arrested. You can go in there and ask all of those guys, and everybody will say, well, hey, they busted me, and I'm here. But they didn't get no beat down. They didn't get no, you see what I'm saying? They weren't mistreated. They just got arrested and went to jail. That's the overwhelming majority of them. Now, that's not to say that, like I said, there's not any road cops out there that go out there who give people a hard time. But those kind of guys give everybody a hard time. It ain't a matter of whether you're black. They might,
So you saying it was some old Michael Brown before Michael Brown. This Michael Brown just happened to be one not to make it.
Well, no. You look at the cop that you're talking about.
Okay.
Okay, the cop that you're talking about, you look at his jacket, he don't have no complaints, period.
Okay.
Now, if this guy was a racist and was out to kill, you see what I'm saying, blacks.
How would we know that? By you being an ex-cop, how would you know that?
Because every time when you get a complaint, it goes into your jacket.
Right.
You see, there has to be, whenever there's a complaint about an officer, it goes into their jacket.
Mm-hmm. So can we say that's what's supposed to happen? Or it has to? Yeah. Okay.
That's what happens.
Let me ask you this, Dad. Do you think, I'm just thinking, as a police officer, somebody want to join the force or whatever, they have all these, like when black people get jobs and go to the military, you got to go through all these different
Background
checks and all this and stuff. Why can't cops go through the same thing and do stuff like temperament,
psychologically, or tests and all.
You got to see where they at, like their background. Was your dad a KKK? Was this, was that? We got to go through it.
Now look, no. See, that's where you're wrong. Here in Georgia, I can't tell you what the hiring process is for police officers here because I don't know. You see, I can't tell you.
Right.
All I can tell you is from experience as far as coming from California. Mm-hmm. Yes, they do have psychologicals. They got all of that kind of stuff. I mean, it's so tough now. I'm telling you, we disqualified people because we went on their doggone Facebook page and saw stuff that, hey, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how critical it is. It ain't just, and then the more white boys was DQ'd, disqualified because of stuff they had on their Facebook page that blacks were.
Right.
Now, the other side of that coin is the majority of the people who are applying for the job are Caucasians. You have less blacks that are applying.
And is there a reason
for whatever reason, you have less blacks that are applying for those jobs. Now, the other side of the coin, too, look at Ferguson, where Michael Brown was taken out. You had 3/3 of the people that live in that city are black. 3/3 of the people in that city are black. You got all white police force. I guarantee you, if you looked at the doggone fire department, probably all white. Look at their city council.
White.
All white. Why is that? Because people don't vote. They don't take care of their own community.
But if the community is only 3/3 of black, if they all voted there, it wouldn't even matter. They still gonna get out there.
How do you
These
figure?
same people
No.
No.
Not when you're talking about 3/3. I'm talking about 3/3 of the population of that city is black.
We say 3/3. What do you mean?
3/3? 2/3.
2/3. Okay, yeah.
2/3.
Okay, there we go.
I'm sorry. 2/3 is black, and you got a third that's white.
So what you're saying? So what
the other third that is either convicted and can't vote.
No.
You.
No.
What he's saying, Snow, what Dad is saying is this. I think what Dad is saying is this. If 2/3, if it's 100 people that live in this house, and 2/3 would be about 65, 66
people,
and you only got 33 whites and 66 blacks, but you got a whole all 33 work for the police department. Why ain't none of you blacks done apply for the police department?
Are they able to?
Okay. Now, if they're not able to, is that Ferguson's fault? Is that the police department fault? That they can't hire nobody qualified?
That's the police department fault.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
My question is
Are they hiring them? Or what do you think?
That can be a question too. Are they hiring? Are they getting DQ like that?
No. The thing you have to look at is that particular police force in that particular city did not represent the people who are in the city.
Okay.
And the reason why it does not represent the people who are in the city is because the people who are in the city are not taking any kind of initiative
for the city
to find out what's going on in this city. They're not going out there and saying, "Hey, this district attorney, the district attorney didn't even he ran unopposed." Now you gonna tell me that there's no black lawyers in this city?
Yeah.
There's nobody that could go up against this man and run against this man?
Okay. Have you ever heard of this though, Dad? And I'm speaking from the South. You from California. In the South, it's totally different. Because have you ever heard of towns and cities that are family oriented, family owned? Say your dad was a judge.
Yes.
So that's called nepotism, ain't
I
it?
understand that.
That's nepotism.
That's
right.
how a lot of these towns and cities are.
Okay, but Ferguson ain't like that. Okay, Ferguson is just like is a suburb of St. Louis. This is a metropolis. They got a lot of folks out there.
Okay.
You know, this ain't no. But you got to look at it, Snow. This country just had an election in November. Okay? This country just had an election in November. 37% of the registered voters went to vote. Only 37% of registered voters went out and voted. Now, what does that tell you?
We ain't getting out and vote.
So you get what it is, and I'm telling you, Caucasians and people in power know where their strength comes from. And we haven't got to that point where we understand where our power comes from. You have to be able to get up and go vote. You have to not just vote, you have to know what the hell you're voting for. You got to be knowledgeable about what you're voting for. That way, when it comes down, see that police chief down there, he's appointed.
And see,
He's appointed. You see,
that's how it is a lot in the South.
But if the people in the South, well, let's put it in Georgia. What do you think? You think you got more whites than you got blacks? Here in
No,
Georgia?
actually, I hit in Georgia.
It's
as
probably
a
about
state,
what,
it might
50,
be-
50,
it might
50,
be
45,
about the same.
55,
It might be-
45,
it might be close to
55.
equal.
Yeah.
It might be close to equal, but I know here in the city of Atlanta, there's probably more blacks
Yeah.
and Mexicans than it is whites.
Okay.
But the problem that I have with that is that we go out and vote and we put these people, our people, in these positions. Then when they get in these positions, they don't do shit they said they was going to do for us as a people.
Because the people who are voting, first of all, don't say people do people. In other words, when you voted into that office, you represent everybody.
Okay.
You're supposed to represent everybody.
And you're absolutely correct.
Okay? But you got to represent everybody fairly.
Equally.
And fairly.
That's what I'm saying.
You see?
So
Now, the difference in what goes on is, yeah, we represent, we elect people, we put them in office. Basically, we know 9 times out of 10, usually you know where, there's some skeletons in the sucker's closet.
Right.
But we voted him in because he looked like us.
right. And that don't be always a good thing.
And that ain't always a good thing.
I got a